Happy Sabbath, church. It's a blessing to reflect on this theme today, equipped for eternity. And like Sister Estella just mentioned, we're just going to look very briefly at what it means to sanctify God in our hearts. And so as we begin, I invite you to do just a short thought experiment with me. Imagine your life as being one big room. It could be this room here, and there's a lot of activity happening, a lot of responsibilities, work, relationships, just a lot of life happening, many moving pieces. And in this room, there's a chair, just one chair right in the center of the room. And the thing about this chair is, whoever sits in it has authority over what's happening in the room. And remember, the room represents our lives, right? And so let's take this time just to think very briefly about who is seated in that chair for each one of us. Is it work? Is it ambition? Is it envy? Is it self? Is it anything but Christ? And yet we are told in the verse that we have just read, 1 Peter 3 verse 15, to sanctify God in our hearts. And just for emphasis, we can read a different translation. I'm just going to quickly read it here. The Amplified says, "But in your hearts, set Christ apart as holy, acknowledging him, giving him first place in your lives as Lord." So we're not being told to make God holy. We can't make him holy. He's already holy. But what we're being called to do here is to enthrone him as Lord over our lives. And now we're not told to enthrone him as Lord because he just wants arbitrary control. He's not into just ruling our lives for its own sake, but he's a loving and gentle shepherd. And he asks us to give us this seat. He's the God, we are told, who stands at the door of our hearts and knocks. And he waits for us to open and to let him in. And when we let him in, it's because he loves us. He's all-wise, he's all-knowing, and he knows how to work all things together for our good. And when we give God his proper place in our hearts, when we enthrone him as Lord, there's a fundamental shift that happens in our lives. We're no longer in bondage to the things and the ruler of this world because Christ is in authority. He has the position of authority. Everything that we do, everything that we think, the way that we respond to situations is from a place of obedience to our loving and gentle God. And so this is the very essence of what it means to enthrone and to sanctify God in our hearts. And I pray that he will give us the grace, first of all, to see who is enthroned on our hearts in this moment, and then to surrender and remove and seat whatever it may be and place him on the throne of our hearts and sanctify God in our hearts. Amen.